Funny to think how people are naturally powered by fantasies, yet nerds are joked on for owning it. Don't hate 'cause you're late. That collective dream of being something incredible is what it's all about, man. But because doing that for reals is reals hard, we depend on fiction to keep the dream lucid. Superpowers by concept are amazingly appealing. And through the perpetual creation device that is art, well, it's second nature to understand their pivotal placement within. Video games in particular take the prospect to its peak, allowing all of us to wield storied or novel variations of exaggerated abilities nigh one-to-one. So, let's count them down. Now, I'm not strictly chasing after objective strength. That's boring. Bozos yeeting whole galaxies for chump numbers just kill the vibe, you feel me? Celebrating what's most powerful to me. That's why I'm here. Through their concepts, executions, ingenuity, and energies, these 10 elites are just that. Editor powers, activate! The pride that Pokemon has for its universe's own strength is an addiction to insanity I ain't ever looking to break. With not but a single collapsible capsule, a 5th grader could effortlessly invoke Armageddon. But turning to cetacean supermans, biblical ruminants, and hyperspacecations ain't even necessary, for all it takes to transcend is wishing upon the right star. Mega Evolution, how I've missed you. The greatest mechanical gimmick in the franchise energizes Japan's all-time favorite power, the super form, with a caliber of sociable grandeur found only in your bestest Pokemon friend. Through monstrously enchanted marbles, 46 different species can ascend past an already barely scalable peak of power. A complex effect from such a beautifully simple method. All the transformation really does for gameplay is increase the base stat total by 100 and usually changes the ability and sometimes the type in exchange for no item slot. Well, mostly Rayquaza. That's it. But in the variable Valhalla that is Pokemon battling, even minor fundamental mutations spark a spectacular Butterfree effect. Oopsie Boom Boom Stinky Mawile goes from hole-filled sock puppet to a Discordian apex man-eater, brutalizing Ubers with huge powered piranha plant ponytails. And the other 45 ain't much less dramatic. It was so cool to see what were once puny punchlines like Sableye, Glalie, Bayonet, and Beedrill finally throw Adam's smashing hands with the elites. Except those who got the same power boost. Overkill is fun. And no, I most certainly am not neglecting these godlike glow-ups. The maniacal aesthetic enhancements of the Megas are when the ambition of Pokemon designs found its own super form. No longer afraid to go absolutely batshit badass with even sacred classics. My favorite Mega is Beedrill. Its ridiculous stat reversal and terrifying metamorphosis, our Iron Giant goes ballistic levels of savagery. Show of Mice. Who else cringe squinted the first time they heard the pen is mightier than the sword? Like, what the fuck? Is the dragon deathly allergic to highlighter fumes? You gonna draw FNAF porn to make him want to kill him damn self? Stupid nerd, you write the obituary, I make it valid. Mightier than the sword. Okay, we'll call it a draw. Tip your indie artist, y'all. Shading for piano wire don't take very long at all. Oh, what? This ain't a superpower? That little boy dropped a fat boy out of thin air. I ain't much for your monologue on art appreciation there, buddy. And Scribblenauts agrees. An entire series practically built to validate all those notebook doodles we made to speed up the academic prison sentences. Remember those stupid S's? An incredibly charming brand of whatever kinesis. The main mechanic of these games, let's just call it scribbling, has you feed words to a magic notebook to make it make things to help enable your star candy addiction. Yes, actualization from words on lined paper. What is that, Jesus's cookbook? And yeah, that's it. I'm not kidding. So simple even a YouTube CEO can do it. Got a dog? Got a car? Bubble. dog car. What really sells it is the ferociously stupid amount of words it recognizes. 22,000? Yeah, how about one? Look at some of these. Orbital satellite, fat suit, ninja shark, fire tornado, relish, Alucard, edible dog, burning skis, your own decapitated head, a single brick, black hole, peanut. Somebody stop me. I'm just reading out of an open source grimoire at this point. Takes a real superhero to show us what AI art is supposed to be. Memeable chaos that keeps mouths smiling, not an alien STD that drives them to fillet shotguns. Yeah, that's a little mightier than a sword. Point made. I ain't much for objectifying objects, especially in cartoons where they eat celebrities alive, but here I gotta wonder, at what point does a weapon stop being a weapon and starts being a part of you? I mean, dudes blasting fire out their fingers, are the fingers just using invisible flamethrowers inside of them? Or, I need an expert's intellect. Hello, America? Call it. Yes, sir. Team Fortress 2 may be plenty different from typical FPSs, but it definitely doesn't escape the typical FPS reputation of gun sees all, knows all, does all. Oh yeah? Because I didn't see a jet lag warning in the user's manual, which means a person came up with the Mad Lib's sourced idea to shoot their feet with a bomb to fly. What? Hoomst? Let's see here. Abe Lincoln? Yeah, he's got my vote. Rocket jumping is right up there with Pac-Man eating ghosts as a juggernaut of one-of-a-kind, wacky gaming powers. Not only is it hilarious to see an explosive mortar cannon get more use as a flying machine than a killing machine, it's supremely fun and complex. With bare minimum 3 shells and total max 8 shells, you trade a sliver of health to achieve DIY fast travel. I know Demo and technically Pyro can also bounce off explosions, but come on, we know who the Rocket Man really is. As the primary reason half the universe mains him, Soldier is well overpaid as the CEO, staff, and marketable mascot of the fictional good American Airlines, loopholing his only attributable weakness, slow ground speed, to smithereens by riding his tube of Michael Bay Go-Gurt like a kamikaze flea. It's so stupid. Sure, you could say it's not that impressive. I mean, it's just a mobility option. But god damn, moving around this freely in a game, hell genre, where 99% of all targets are plebeians jogging on dirt? Bro, you're an alien freak. And those get comic books. Soldier ping-pongs across the map so much, dishing out pain with shotguns, shovels, more rockets, and Nikes on loan from thwomps so frequently, you'd think the title of this thing was Duck and Cover. Every time I ponder what the Rapture would actually look like, I can't help but flash to those poke people in the street videos. Give them conflict in a camera and watch them unravel. I'm telling you, hell's just waiting for a rich, bored Yahoo to give away freak potions to anybody on the street as a social experiment to break loose. What? That's exactly what happened? Oh. People who explain away fantastical abilities with nothing but raw science may be the live service Ubisoft game of any friend group, but you know, sometimes they got a point. There is something horrifying about dressing up superpowers in a way that, makes you not want them. BioShock, my beloved. Preach. Indeed, the franchise's most iconic gameplay device, the plasmid, is pretty much the anti-superpower. Marketed as the common man's own evolutionary time skip, injecting any flavor of these cellular tonics into your bloodstream rewrites your genetic code, finally giving Mr. Joe Schmo that electrokinesis he asked for Christmas 47 years ago. How do you like that, big man?
That's it, mister. You just lost your brain privileges.
Plasmids are my way of including multiple different kineses in one entry. Classics such as wind, fire, ice, ESP, water, and electricity to whack-ass stuff like B-movie copy pasta, emo birdwatching, and booty-shaking hologram dummy. You know, the best one. Tons of fun, especially when paired with the Second Amendment shock plus buckshot combo. Now that's a shotgun wedding. But the plasmid's leading contribution to this list is the commentary it provides. People want power, so when it's so easy to get and everyone gets it, yeah, things start to suck. They turned power into a literal drug. You OD'd, and you're still asking why, God, why? Is a little something the Jesus fan club calls judgment. You fucked around and you found out. This is a great superhero origin story. Half the fun of Uber's bonkers crazy powers is breaking down just how they became Uber bonkers crazy. From something as lame as being born with it, to the cosmic irony that is calculated destiny, or mayhaps your ordinary passion finding it's something extra. That one really excites me. To have what you're already all about become your great gift. Can't beat that. Mr. Chai says hold my trash guitar. Hi-Fi Rush 2023 superstar Shadow Drop wrote and sung me a song I really needed to hear. The lyrics telling me it's alright if you don't love rhythm games or beat 'em ups, cause by the time you press start, you already love me. Indeed, these two genres alone have never personally risen above a passive distraction, but through an amazing energy within, Xbox's latest great took both beyond. The game's flagship superpower, which I dub Rhythmancy, bestows both protagonist Chai and ourselves with the incredibly creative capability to perceive and meld with sound in its strongest form. Music. We've all closed our eyes listening to our favorite song, trusting it with the dream our day depends on. They might not see it, but we feel it. Chai harmonizes with the world's waveforms to weave together synergized combat, striking to the beat for fierce and flashy beat downs. Not to mention reflexive agility on the level of plot armor. Whoop! Nah, almost! Psych! It's like if Spider Sense crowd surfed at an Owl City concert. Only the Ether's headbangers know the secrets to fighting mastery, and only now can someone hear them. Not only is playing with it a gigaton bomb of dopamine, they made a QuickTime event make me cry. It's such a classic superhero story. Outcast Garbage Boy and wannabe rockstar volunteers for a biotech augment experiment. His MP3 player falls in with them. Now he's an acoustic super ninja, literally eating, sleeping, and breathing music. Made it at last. Rhythmancy even allows Chai to manipulate pure sound waves, blasting apart audio energy barriers through nothing but the beat of his heart. I'm done sugarcoating it. This rocks. This rocks, man. Encore. For the love of Elvis Aaron Presley, encore! No matter how many practical or radical problems your power set solves, you're never out of the grip of thy own final boss, mental health. Think about it, 'tis the root of all. You could be a monstrous master of the macrocosm and still have to put up with your brain shit. Man, even life you custom make yourself ain't fair. The idea that something as basic as thinking's a rare and powerful gift in many stretches of fiction is pretty funny, but also inspiring. I think, you think, the universe thinks, anybody can think. Well, maybe not Kanye. Of all the classic kineses, psionics, aka PSI, finds itself the most storied and believable. The brain, genesis of technology, takes the same wondrous path that made magic a household force. A union of real and unreal, from which the wise rule the world. Let's just say there's a reason they say, oh, that's smarts. Versatility on this one is insane. From the classic levitation of objects and entities, teleportation and telepathy, to advanced forms of self-augmentation, illusory conjuring, and both psychic and elemental energy projection. Bro, that's cheating. You telling me all those cryo, pyro, and electrokinetics put in all that work just to have one element, and some PK Pitts baby gets all three just cause he's sad? Mind blow me, motherfucker. You pick your phrasing around these fellas. Mind over matter, head goes splatter. Though I find most reps of PSI, such as Kenshi and Silver, play it disappointingly safe, just pick the thing up, you scrap Digimon! The rarest passionate wielders showcase the dizzying utility of their gift with innovative flair. Pressing down on your temples in the Pokemon world is basically waving a magic wand. Psychic types put the extra in extrasensory perception. Their spectacular range of attacks and status boosts is literally mental. But it's Raz from Psychonauts which truly locked in my admiration for PSI, commanding his Einstein energy in such wonderful forms of combat, exploration, and purpose, humbly mending many a mental health sufferer by helping them finish the level they're stuck on. Indeed, it's the thought that counts. Hell of a lot cooler than going by God on some spoons, I'll tell you that much. Leave it to a countdown maker to risk being put on a special list. But the stereotypical villain's desire of controlling the world is surprisingly relatable to me. Read the room here, y'all. It's expensive. I mean, having life, your immediate environment, what you make it. Is that not the definition of a dream? But hurting real people? Killing them? Nah, man, I just want my own designer planet. Here's where video games bat their thousand, keeping the thirst for constructible infinity a dream we can all share instead of a nightmare only one takes to purgatory. Any game that sets the land you walk on its own outer-versal editing timeline is a special blip on my radar. Cause it's like, oh, back to work. Oh, back to work! Oh, empire of dirt, shape the world. My world. Call it level editing, creative mode, God simulator, whatever. Mass altering your digital environments is as much an addictive pastime as it is a fascinating privilege. When nothing in the world can tell you no, what do you tell it? I love you? Perish? Among Us! The Lord speaks! I'm just barely catching these words, cause unlike every other entry on here, this isn't really a power built for combat. Then again, ice picks pick people off more than they do actual ice, so confide in Crazy Steve.
You eat my enchilada!
I thought we settled it!
You eat my enchilada!
From laser continent removal making way for your private unicorn blood ocean, to filming your adequately legal PG Saw remake in the defunct land parking lot, to turning your buddy's brain matter into spotted dick pudding with your dumbass Halo maps and Mario Maker levels, to literally recreating the damn universe in Minecraft. World editing's the ultimate in empowered expression. Most probably wouldn't even call it a superpower. To that I say, Minecraft. Universe. How? May not fell all adversity with flashy energy blasting out your palms, but it's the energy which keeps them mortal and fleeting, just the right bit unbound. Imitation has been the sincerest form of flattery about as long as Hydrox has been better than Oreos. Fuck never. Coming first in the superpower arms race often ends in those arms getting torn off by a straight upgrade, the leech's super clone from your blood. I'm kicking your ass with your own foot, sponsored by Adidas, and you're flattered? It would take only me to defeat me. Pimp, you knew this was coming. The legendary power to assimilate thy enemies' God-gifted strength is fiendishly ingenious. Funny, cause it actually isn't anything all its own. Really stop to ponder that. Your deadly skill is plagiarism, ripping bitches up by ripping them off. What makes the best ability snarers so morbidly formidable is that they logistically cannot be bested by their targets, often wielding whatever they were good at with greater magnitude, knowledge, or even together with strengths the copycat already naturally had. It is an elite in both spectacle and compelling gameplay. Kirby's copy ability is the most famous gaming superpower ever, for garnishing almost illegal levels of power with wonderful shades of charming variety. Mega Man, being the OG, flavors his domino effect killing pattern with vintage veteran energy. practically embedding it in the franchise's skin with how influential the weapon weaknesses are. But my favorite has to be Super Mario Odyssey's capture ability, somehow trumping both Kirby's variety and Mega Man's mechanical potency while also capitalizing Mario's delightful universe in an incredibly polished and balanced form. Cause yeah, can't lie, that's the asterisk this deal comes with. As beloved, iconic, and colossally forceful as ability snaring is, it borderline jeopardizes the value of limitations. It is so easy to lessen both basic challenge and a story's gravity if you get too mad with this inherently unfair power. Maybe there is such a thing as too much. Tonight on Ask Stupid Questions, Get Stupid Answers, we got the series finale. What if instead of a superpowered freak person, we have a superpowered freak universe? Wait, that's illegal. Doesn't that kill the whole appeal of a special ability? I mean, if you want to be selfish about it. Eventually, you realize the very world is special. A jewel containing the ultimate power. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Always wanted to use that one. The everlasting energy Sonic's universe runs on, the Chaos Force, is the tightly kept secret to its mysteriously immortal appeal. While only formally coined in the non-canon Archie comics, every single Sonic story is told by the voice of the same mystic mania, akin to more famous all-encompassing might such as the Force and Ki. Chaos pervades all entities as an absolute of life, sleeping within 7 legendary gemstones and even an elite few sentient beings. This anarchic magic turns thoughts into reality. You know, thoughts, those things that make existence the greatest ever joy and the worst ever pain in an instant. Because chaos is fueled by the mind and enriched by the heart, what powers it grants and how incredible they become is theoretically illimitable. Radiant explosions, illuminary bolt conjuring, teleportation, chronokinetic feats like time stopping, time travel, powering planet purging super weapons, destruction and rebirth of the very earth, invoking preposterously jacked super states, tapping into positive and negative life forces, and most famously of all, speed in which legends are born. The variety and scale of the Chaos Force is captivating, no doubt. But what ranks it this high is just how well it rhymes with the entire franchise. Everyone clowns on Sonic for never sitting still, both physically in his fiction and in the quality of his non-fiction products. His entire life is chaos. And sure, it's one part frustrating, but another part beautiful. You know, all the villains quantify power through what it allows them to control. And yeah, that makes sense. But maybe it's not supposed to, but rather born to ebb and flow unchecked, as life originally did, and still can. This blue lightning struck inside a bottle, just because, and the spark still powers us, just because. Chaos is life, living is power. Picking your favorite superpower is naturally pretty hard, with so many fantasies annihilating impossibilities a la energy unmatched in more ways than you can even imagine. How can you choose? You imagine something greater. How's this for a lame, boring Mario story? Eons beyond their once demise, ancient wonders of mystic pillow-shaped figments miraculously persist in a humble human. Young Luigi, wrought with fright, rest upon cushions of light. Actualize thine matchless might. Pinch you are not dreaming. The phenomena I call Luigination is the coolest damn superpower I have ever seen. Comics, film, gaming, and all. Through a formerly hidden ancestral link to these ancient dream fairies, the meeker Mario brother holds the ability to open portals to an universal plane of existence whenever he sleeps atop them, within the most powerful form he's ever assumed hails, confidently commanding the wind, overwhelming deities, toppling giants, and writing the rules of the ruleless realm. Can I be honest? Most attempts at dream powers don't actually wow me at all, cause the proverb of am slep, am God is usually just a doctor's note to get out of hard work. Like, yeah, I can do anything. You want that in writing? Kinda. The front that Dream Team puts up for Luigi Nation is unbelievably captivating. Even with this guise of nigh omnipotence, Luigi is still himself. Only now we can finally hear his heartbeat, slowly being shown and told what makes his true dream form so strong, why he needs that strength, and how he expresses it. You've known it all along. Dreamy Luigi, this ethereal Aegis supercharging Mario to raise hypnagogic hell on living nightmares, is but a brother's love. The kind which keeps little bro happy and safe in reality, makes big bro an unconquerable force of imagination. The shining titan Luigi has always seen Mario as, the greatest hero he's ever known. Oh my god. I'm not sorry. You know, the ability to clone thyself a few million times to molecularly form literal man-made bowling balls, meld with elemental phenomena to control states of energy, matter, and relativity, and even gigantify to the scale of a MonsterVerse-era kaiju. That was already 10 times cooler than anything else on here. Not to mention the mystic but believable traces to something beyond yourself. Every strand of Luigi Nation's DNA is peak superhero fantasy, but powering that fantasy with something so amazingly simple and real as unconditional human love. There is nothing about this that isn't incredible. It's so fun, so creative, so spectacular, and so emotionally charged. It fully convinced me that passion is power. This is being Fawful's Minion. Sleep well. Your true self will protect you. And now, give it up for the high-tier patrons. Alfredo Jones, Azazel the Undying, Beast Gamer, Buzzsaw the Righteous, Chibi Emiko, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Diamond Ice, Double N, Eddie Toxpin, Emerald Dash 192, Emily Infinite, Fencer DeRio, Flame Chocobo, Foxmiss Productions, Frontier Psychiatrist, Goldsbro TSG, Hero for Life, Jackson Martin, Jake the Snake Arenstom, Jobot.11, Jorah the One Piece Spoiler, Jordan McCon, Juice, Kevin Taylor, Kirby 484, Nightmare Steel, Kyle Wee 21, Love, Lucario Smash 246, Luigi Fan 234, Luke Johnston, Madam Starfall, Manias 3.0, Masao, Mathtron 5000, Matthew Smith, Mechamax, Morgan Arvite, Panther J, Patrick Sandlin, Peter Shepard, Renaku Lord of Shadow, Rio the Mountain Hermit, Roberto Del Fuego, Shining Silvally 777, Sinistar Man, Skellington 977, Spencer Studios, Supercharged CEO of 9volt, That Pyromane, The Gag Reflex, Thomas Drury, Tubazo 1989, Wes of Loathing, Zay Zandeler, Lady Archimedes, Downy Dolphin, Dominic the Raccoon, Fogweaver, Wonder Weavile, Axel Brooks, Pitterpalm CB, Sabata 92, Spectenix, Wisley, Hallie Vetica, Brandon McDaniel, Kennethon, Steel Joe 1120, Michael Dunn, Comet Tail, Egbert Milton, Cosmia, Luigi the Waddle Dee, Munchrai, Nova Strife, Philip Cross, Big Wave, Anthony Lucero, Augie and Panichu, Crunchy Boy, Dr. Dark 7, Greninja Gray, Mitchell Roberts, The Lettuce Quo, and Shade. May we meet again!